Okay, I have the Titanic data open in SPSS and I'm just going to go through doing some basic bar charts. So the variables I thought I would look at for this would be the port of embarkation, and we've got C for Cherbourg, Q for Queenstown and S for Southampton. And for survival we've got 0 for no and 1 for yes. So in SPSS, in the variable view, if you haven't coded in the survival, you might want to do that very quickly, otherwise the graph is tricky to read. And 1 for yes. Okay. And I won't bother doing any others here, but you can go through and put the labels in and put any other values in you need. All the graphs are done through the Graphs menu. Pick Chart Builder. These are our bar charts that we can choose from. I'll just take a look at the clustered and the stacked. For any graph that you want, just drag and drop it into the window, and then you need to choose which way around you want to plot your variables. Now in this case, if I want to look at the proportion of people who survived out of each port of embarkation, I would probably want to put the ports on the x-axis and the survival as the cluster colour. And I'll just press OK on that basic chart. If you would like to change any of the colours on your chart, that's quite easy. Just double click and double click again on whatever you want to change, and then you can just mess around with that. Apply. Okay, so we can see the number that survived and died at each port. This is as a count. We might prefer to see this as a stacked bar chart where you've got one stacked on top of the other, and it's possible we would want to look at it as a percentage instead. So if we go back up to the graphs, just to start with, we'll change it to a stacked bar chart. There's no right or wrong with any of these, it's just what you think is going to show your data the best way to show whatever it is you're trying to show. I'm just going to drag the stack chart on. If I'm not changing anything else, it'll keep the rest of your settings. Occasionally SPSS will really get itself in a bit of a twist, and the best thing to do then, if it's giving you nonsense, is just to press the reset button and start from scratch. Okay, so we've got the same graph now, except that the survival is stacked on top of each other. So the difficulty here is that we can't compare the proportions across each port because we don't have equal sample sizes. So it's a little bit hard to tell if that is a bigger proportion than that. So if we go back up to the graphs, we can change this to being a percentage so that we can compare them more easily. If we choose percentage and don't do anything else, it will take the percentage out of the whole total. So each colour will be, say, the percentage died out of everything rather than just out of that port, which is what we want. So instead we have to tell it just to take the percentage out of each x-axis category. So percentage, set parameters, and then each x-axis category. It's possible that you might want to plot it for the percentage out of each legend variable or out of the grand total. Just depends on your data. In this case, I'm going to go out of each category. And make sure you click apply. And once you see that percentage applied there, you know that it's going to do it for you. So now that we've got the percentage who survived out of each port, it's a little bit easier to make comparisons.